Mont Blanc Yoga, Nadi Shodhana.
Hi everybody and good morning from Mont Blanc Yoga. Today I thought we'd do another little breath control practice, a pranayama, because at the moment with COVID, keeping a good respiratory health is really paramount. And all these little practices help us to do that, help us in many other ways, but this is really what we're focusing on today. Before we go ahead, it's a really easy practice called Nadi Shodhana, which means the cleansing of the subtle energy channels. Our nadis are in yogic practice, these left and right nostrils basically. So those are the channels that we need to use when we're cleansing. However, that means that if you've got a cold or sinus problems or a headache or blocked nostrils for any reason, then I would advise to put this one aside and give it a try later. So otherwise, if you're up for it, let's give it a go.
Mont Blanc Yoga, Nadi Shodhana.
So come to somewhere that you're comfortably seated. It can be on your knees, it can be in a chair. I'm sitting on a bolster here, cross-legged. Can't see my legs, but they're not necessary at the moment. So just make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure you can feel grounded in your sit bones. Think of that posture that we've done before. We need good posture to open up the chest area and use it properly when we're doing these pranayama breath control practices. So if you are wherever you're sitting on your sit bones, just give them a wiggle. Make sure you're nice and connected to whatever's underneath you, and then think of that space again between your ribs and your pelvis. Try and lift a little bit out of your pelvis, draw in your tummy, draw your heart up and forward, and roll your shoulders back together and slide them a little bit down your back so there's a nice big space between them and your ears, and then tuck your chin slightly backwards. And then close your eyes and just feel if that channel from your left and right nostril, or the two channels rather, your nadis, now if it feels like there's a nice clear path down through your body. So basically if your spine feels nice and connected, nice and stacked. Okay, so that's us got our posture. Here we go with the breath control. So Nadi Shodhana is alternate breathing. And therefore what we're going to do is breathe in through our nostrils, out through our nostrils, which is mainly what's used in yoga. I'm going to go in through the right, out through the right, in through the left, out through the left. To do this, we're going to use a mudra if you feel comfortable doing this. You can do it psychically, but it's a little bit more difficult to control. So a mudra here, we're using Vishnu mudra. So we're going to take our index and our middle finger, and you can either then place them between your eyebrows here at the third eye, as we call it, which is at the top where the two channels start to come in and process down through into your body. Or if you feel a little bit claustrophobic doing that, you can bend your fingers and pop them onto the mound of your thumb. We're going to use the ring finger to close the left nostril very gently. You don't need to close it completely, and the thumb rather to close the right nostril. So these nadis are the channels into us. The left and the right have different powers. So one is effectively joined to your sympathetic nervous system, and the other one is effectively joined to your parasympathetic nervous system. So one is fright and flight, and the other one is rest and digest. And what we're trying to do here is bring them together and balance them. Vishnu, the mudra that we're using, Vishnu was the god of balance. He balanced creation and destruction. He balanced dark and light. He balances male and female. So through this, we are trying to find the balance in us. Okay, so that aside, let's just do the breath control practice, which is very simple without needing to know all of that background stuff. Pop your fingers either against your third eye, between your eyebrows, or onto your mound of your thumb. And then just gently close off your left nostril with your ring finger. Breathe in through your right nostril and out through your right nostril. Close it off with your thumb. Open the left, same thing, in through your left and out through your left. Now just take your hand away for a second. What we're going to do now is try and elongate those breaths. So just before you do that, just watch your own breath now without doing anything to it. Notice how long it goes in for. Is it even? Does it come as an exhale to the same length? Is it strong? Is it smooth? Try and just notice anything about your breath that you can. So here we're going to try and elongate the breaths, but we're going to try and keep them balanced as well. So the inhale, we would try and count to 4. Now this is your count of 4, so it can be faster or slower than mine. So I would normally go 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly that sort of speed. You do it at your own speed, but try and keep both the inhale and the exhale the same count. And just move smoothly from one to the other. Okay, so let's try this again. Take your mudra, take your ring finger, close off your left nostril, and then for a count of 4, inhale through your right nostril. And exhale smoothly to the same length through the right nostril. Close that nostril with your thumb, open the left, do the same with it. In for 4. And smoothly transition to the exhale for 4. Close the left, back to the right. Inhale for 4. Smooth transition to the exhale for 4. Close your right gently, open the left, in for 4, and out for 4. Okay, so let go. So that is basically it. What I would suggest too as you go on, just to keep your mind on your breath work, is as you inhale, think of reaching out of your pelvis and lifting up through the crown. Maybe have your eyes closed because you can really get body connection then. And then as you exhale, softly sink down towards your sit bones. Not letting go of your posture, but just allowing everything to relax a little bit. So here we're activating on the inhale, and then we're relaxing on the exhale. So that's Nadi Shodhana, very easy. You can do it for as many rounds as you want to. If you feel at all lightheaded, then please stop. You can go back to it. You might want to build up to it. You might want to do 5 or 6 rounds and then build up to 10 minutes or however long you want to do. If you do it daily, then you will find a real improvement in your breathing. You'll find space in that area again because you're taking time to focus on it. And that's what we all need at the moment, is a really healthy respiratory system. So go ahead, give this one a go. And hopefully you'll feel all the calming benefits of it too. Namaste, everybody.